Hey y'all, welcome in. Sorry I'm late. Today we are back talking All American for the group chat. But I wanted to kind of like theme today's episode on fathers. If you haven't already, you should probably hold on. Let me make sure that y'all can even hear me. I just kind of started and I ain't checked nothing. Bless my heart. Hey, Brittany. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. I have no clue. I just kind of started. Brazil is mine, and I am missing. Not the fast promo. Oh, yeah, y'all can hear me. Okay, great. Hey, Janelle. Okay. Hey, y'all. I wanted to theme today's episode in talking about fathers, and honestly, that theme is like, I really feel like it's coming from my recent watch of Forever and watching Eric, the father in that show, and then coming back to the All American universe. And fathers are like a big pillar within the All American universe. However, how they have chosen to depict them, how they handle them, and how things just have been, I feel like is a good thing to like dive into and really try to unpack, especially with the new additions of the fathers this season, this past season in season 7 with Marquis and Cassius. So that's kind of like the crux of the conversation and like what I want to talk about. Let me open up Discord. But we can talk about the show as a whole, but just to give some little like semblance of, you know, what's the bulk of what I want to talk about going to be surrounding. It'll be fatherhood within the All American universe. Let me hold on, y'all. I need to get this chat on here. So come on in. How are y'all feeling post season 7? As far as I know, there's still no cancellation announcement, but then there's also no renewal announcement. Let me double check real quick. And it hit Netflix. I thought season 7 wasn't hit Netflix until the first week of June, but it's there already. Now people posting articles saying season 7 should have been the last season. Yeah, they haven't confirmed a new season yet. So, we're still up in the air with that. How y'all feeling on this Wednesday? As y'all come in and we can get this thing started. Oh wait, where my little chat go? You waiting to hear about the renewal, Janelle? I think that they should be renewed because I do want them to still have a little bit more runway to tell the story with these new characters. They did a good job with season 7. There were still a couple little hiccups, but overall, they did a good job. Yeah, we got to keep the group chat going. And if you like All American, you're really going to love Forever. So if you haven't watched it yet, you should. None of the fathers in All American come close to Eric. And why is that? Like, I kind of want to, I guess, also unpack that question because I'm wondering why we haven't seen a father like him yet. Even with our shows that are supposed to be, a little bit more progressive and like all American for all intensive purposes with telling the stories of these black boys. And one of the things that they definitely aimed to do was to represent black boyhood and then fatherhood and then how those two things intersected. um why why haven't we seen this before? What's interesting to me when I think about it is that I feel like Eric is who they believe they want to tell us Billy is, but he's not. You know, it's still top 10 on Netflix. Yeah, I really thought that the moment that they got announced, I'm sorry, the moment that they went to Netflix, they would, like within that week, we would get an announcement once they saw the demand. But also, it's crazy to me when I really think about it. I'm like, I think they also got overshadowed in reference to the release for All American on Netflix because they released it, I think, was it the week after? They released it last week. The week after Forever. That was dumb on their part. That was so dumb on their part. Because as far as I know, Forever is really dominating the YA conversations right now, like culturally. And I'm getting annoyed because people have like brought Swagger into the chat and now they're comparing Swagger and Forever. And I'm like, relax. Relax. Because Swagger was already, it's just something different. It's really just something different. I think they do on Swagger. I think that they do just as good of a job navigating young love as they did in Forever. The only difference is the love isn't the center of the story in Swagger. The basketball is, but people are just like losing their damn minds, I fear. This last season renewed your excitement for AA. Yeah, me too, actually, Brittany. Me too. You feel like it's because the U.S. loves romanticizing black struggle. We don't get a lot of feel good black family and love greenlit for production. I mean, yes, I agree. But then I guess my question comes in with All American. It's like once you are greenlit, it's also like, what are you doing with the story? So like, for example, I made this statement and I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I feel like they are trying to like characterize Billy Baker post mortem, right? How Eric actually is. And instead of just making him that character, actually taking him through those journeys so that they wouldn't have to tell us later how great of a father he was, they're like doing all of these things now and like honoring his legacy and having Jordan with all of these memories of how his father was just so sacrificial and prophetic and this and that. I'm like, in that way, like the show is already greenlit. Y'all have had multiple seasons. You've had range. Like for all intents and purposes, in my opinion, maybe Taye Diggs left because he got bored with what the character was actually tasked with doing. So you had nothing but space and opportunity, and you kept giving us that as it pertains to Billy Baker. And Janelle, it's not really a ton of shade for Billy Baker. He's just not as complex of a character or as progressive as a parent as they want us to believe that he is. And then we didn't get to get Spencer's dad for that long before he passed because he went over to Walking Dead, I believe. Yeah, he got cast on Walking Dead around that time, I think, if I got the timelines correctly. And even with Billy and his father, we don't really get to see a ton of that intergenerational fatherhood talk with him. Everything was kind of like one-off or to serve a specific, I guess, plot purpose. I don't know. It's interesting because this season, I feel like we do have a little bit more dynamicism when it comes to the fathers. Like in Marquis, the criminal ass daddy that still loves his son down, but only knows life one way and can't get out of his own way up until the very end, where it's like, okay, maybe I do need to kind of adjust. Love that. And then, you know, Cash is the best friend daddy who's been there all along, but then harboring a secret that was fueled by his own father. And that creates, you know, contention and mistrust for his son, and now he kind of has to navigate that. Like, I think that we're getting those layers and things like that now. But even with tying the whole like Billy Baker is my arch nemesis conversation, it kind of, and then like what they do and say as a result to that, it kind of like not invalidates it, but kind of puts a little bit of a stain on it, because you have these dynamic fathers that you introduced in season 7, but then they're still kind of going up against the Billy Baker ghost, and then y'all aren't, and I say y'all in reference to like them who are writing the story, then y'all won't actually be honest about Billy, like everything. And I get it, because like when people pass, nobody wants to talk about how shitty of a person the dead person was, right? Like that feels a little bit gauche. So I get it, but then it just feels weird because y'all want to paint Billy like this perfect ass parent, and he's just not. Like he's for all intents and purposes, Billy Baker is comparable to Marquis. And maybe he was not a criminal, but he did some things where he was requiring complicity as well, all over some ego stuff consistently. Because the Billy legacy now, when Jordan was literally fighting Billy every season. Hello? His father is the greatest superhero in the whole damn world now, when he had nothing but smoke for him. AA is famous for trying to rewrite a narrative. Yes. Who is your favorite father within the All-American universe, y'all? Let me know in the chat. And if you want to call in, I dropped the Dropbox link. Not the Dropbox link, Erica. Y'all, I'm so tired. I dropped the Discord link. Your girl is over here really trying to like capitalize on the momentum that she has and like stick to my schedule and create this content and edit. And baby, being consistent and disciplined is so freaking hard. But we're here. We're here. Let me know who's your favorite father or father figure. Yeah, let's add that. Let's open it up in the chat. And while y'all drop those in the chat, I saw Sinners again yesterday. I wanted to see it in 70 millimeter, so I drove my ass down to Irvine. And why did the 70 millimeter break, y'all? It broke. I don't know if the rest of the day it was messed up, but I was at the first screening at 9:30 in the morning. I drove a damn hour down there, and 10 minutes in, right after the twins had bought the sawmill, the screen goes black, and all you can hear is, you can hear the film, but you can't actually see the film. And then they like couldn't fix it, and they were worried about time, so then they just played it in regular digital IMAX. And I wasn't necessarily too mad because I've already seen it. That would have been my 4th time seeing it in 70 millimeter and my 6th time overall. So I've seen it in 70 millimeter, but I was trying to see it again in 70 millimeter before it left theaters, and today is the day that it leaves theaters. But I said all that to say, of like, I'm still hyped. Like, I really love that movie, and I'm really inspired by that movie. Eric says we don't have a lot of good ones to pick, so I guess Billy by default. Not Billy by not Billy by default. Oh my word. Billy by default goes crazy. You do got a lot to pick from. You got D'Angelo, you got Billy, you got Grandpa Willie, you got Coop Daddy. He was around for a little bit. And now you got Marquis. Oh wait, you got also Mr. Keaton. You got Cassius. Yes, I have seen Sinners 6 times. I would have seen it 8, but I've really been trying to like push out this content and record and do stuff and like be a productive ass person. So I didn't go see it as many times as I wanted to. But the same time I was at the movies yesterday, I bought tickets for my cousin and his wife so that they could go see it back in Baltimore. So that's 2 extra tickets. So technically I bought 8 tickets. So I just only seen it 6 times. Um, you will say Billy. You appreciate Billy being honest with Spencer and Jordan about his broken relationship with his father. Yeah, Simone Daddy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Not Billy by default. Hey Jamal, long time no see. Hope all is well with you, boo. D'Angelo with his missing daughter. Coop's dad, who we never see. Mr. Keaton, who abandoned his daughter and never looked back. Yeah, Billy by default. What about the new fathers? You got Marquise and you got Cassius now. Oh, and Preach. Brittany says, I think the best dad in AA is tied between Preach and the stepdaddy principle. And Kendra, welcome in. Simone's daddy. Cha. Billy by default goes crazy. I actually, if I had to choose, I think I would probably pick Cassius. Because he seems like a really, really good dad. A really good dad. Like, he seems like what Billy thinks he is. Or thought he was. And I hear you, like, the only thing about that, Janelle, when you said that you, like, he was honest with Spencer and Jordan about his broken relationship with his father. But he wasn't, though. He was kind of, like, backed into a corner because Sherlock Holmes and Homegirl decided to go down there looking for evidence that Spencer was Billy's son, and they found their grandfather and then invited him to Spencer's birthday party. Of the living ones, Preach. Cassius ruined his family for his ancient dad. Did he ruin his family? I don't know if he ruined his family. I understand them being pissed with him going up for this stupid ass, goofy ass vendetta, but ruined his family, that feels like a lot. He ain't cheat on the mama. He ain't knock KJ upside his head. He ain't ruin the family. Now we would need in season 2 to get more context on like why they're actually separating, because while I think yes, Ava is annoyed with how he navigates his father and his father kind of like pulling the strings on the back end, I don't believe that that's the only reason why they separated. So I still would pick Cassius. Billy, I don't know. I could never really get over how Billy terribly parented his own kids and then showed up more beautifully for Spencer. That's something that I personally just can't get over. Like, he raised Jordan to be a Nepo baby with little to no accountability. Before the Boob Twins investigation. Right, but he didn't explain why. He didn't from how you're saying it, it's like he was forthcoming and he wasn't. All of that information kind of got dragged out. Like, any of the details got dragged out. Eric says, listen, I hate Cassius. I rewatched the season and it reminded me that man ain't well, how is he ain't I feel like ain't is crazy word, because we used to describe Billy as that. So how did Cassius jump the line and now he is more ain't than Billy was? Willie asked his son for $48,000 the day he got drafted. How much did he get drafted for? I ain't saying it's right, but that's also other questions that I need answers to. Like, yes, you know, Willie was wrong and was asking Billy for all that damn money, but you pretended like this man didn't even exist. Your kids didn't even know they exist. It's almost like your kids, other than knowing that you are black, don't really understand that they are black because you kept them from all of the things that is their blackness tied to their identity. So while, yes, okay, Willie, you did as wrong for that, Billy Baker will still always be more wrong to me in that regard. Coach Marcus is a good dad. From what we got to see, I didn't even consider him just because we didn't get to see enough. We didn't get to see how he's managing for real, like his mental health crisis and parenting. For me, Billy's dad is right up there with like JR and Damon's dad. Hey, C Walker, welcome in, boo. Oh, but then there's more dads. Damon's dad, JR's dad, you know, that. Um Coach Marcus. And it's not even just Jordan's roots. Like, I don't understand raising black kids wherever you are and not actually connecting them to their blackness. Like, do you think nobody can see them? Like, do you think that the societal rules don't apply to them because they got a white DA mama? Like, what? I think that's one of the things that I really appreciated about Forever and how that black family navigated wealth and, you know, affluence, but still did not feel the need to sidestep their blackness now that they didn't made it on up to the Upper East Side, you know? That's what we're doing. We ranking them men who ain't Billy, like, knew better. JR's granddad, yep, a whole line of, cause that was raggedy. Yeah, okay. Keisha, wait, no, Keisha's dad was good, child. I gotta remember to bring that up when I do my second Forever Live because I want to unpack the problem that it is to be a parent who never fully actualizes their dreams and how your journey through parenthood is affected by that. Janelle says I didn't like that Jordan was taught not taught how to deal with police. That was just the tip of the damn iceberg. He wasn't taught blackness. But he also, for all intents and purposes, for me, when we met him, weaponized it. Jordan used the way that he utilized his blackness was in his biracial hood and the exoticism that comes from being biracial in certain areas. Like QB1, you not really white, but you know, are not fully white, not fully black. You got the built-in damn tan, but you don't have to know nothing about black struggle. You don't have to identify with blackness as a whole. You just here, sexy and sliding through random ass white girls. When we first met Jordan, that was what I understood his understanding of his blackness to be. A benefit in the reference to his aesthetic. And nothing else that he needed to investigate and or know about. And that is his damn daddy fault. Kendra says Spencer's dad. Spencer's dad is on a list of people who ain't maybe Coop's dad was the best. Really? You don't have great to pick from. Now the mamas, they carried the whole parenting thing on their back until they made Grace lose her mind and start caping for Olivia's ass. I thought that they had some really solid mamas on there, but then Everybody gets indoctrinated into the Kool-Aid. So while we did have like a mixture of like what the hell when it comes to the fathers, I do think that like Cassius leads the charge as a father, right? As a father. I guess I gotta give Billy a little bit more grace because I'm kind of putting Billy and Marquis on the same plane. Billy just ain't do no criminal stuff, but they have very similar energies around parenthood or around fatherhood to me. Coop's dad didn't get enough screen time. Yeah, so we're looking at Coop's dad. I feel like Coop's dad and Simone's dad are in the same space. We really need a tier list. Let me see. Oh wait, I never put the chat up. Is it up? If you guys want to call in and speak about the daddies, I have the Discord pinned. I'm trying to pin the Discord. Why isn't it working? Really? Child, my whole thing ain't working, y'all. I don't know why. Hey, Dominic. Yes, I was. It should be fixed now. Yeah, even when I think about Spencer's dad, it's like once we got back and like we figured out what was going on with you, I still can't get over the fact that you just abandoned your family, sir. Like, regardless of being cheated on and having this disease, there's nothing that actually should make you walk away from your kids. This woman is one thing, but your kids never hearing from you again. I don't know if I could ever like. Yeah, like, what do you mean? What the hell do you actually mean? What is his father's name? Damn it. Y'all, what's Spencer's daddy name? Wait, y'all can't hear Dominic? Corey, yes, Corey. Child, I don't know. Hold on, let me see.
Hold on, let me check the YouTube document.
I should be having no issues this time. I haven't done anything different. Oh, I do have the speakers on. That's funny. Okay, there we go. Yes, Corey James. Like, had he not abandoned his damn family, then yes, he would have been in the good dad category, I believe. But like, sir, because clearly you did something over here with Darnell, but your son is missing his damn daddy. And what are you doing over here frolicking in Arizona?
Kiki.
Literally. Say something, Dominic.
Testing. We do not tell us. Okay,
they should be able to hear you now.
Let me go and check the YouTube comments on.
I've never made one of these things. I need to. Let me see. New.
Yeah, I think YouTube hear me.
Okay.
Let me see.
Y'all, Brittany says they can hear you now. Y'all, I've never made one of these tier lists, but we can do it. Just give me 1 second. Ooh.
Sorry, not them. I looked up all American Dad characters and they gave me American Dad. That's not what I want. All American CW. Let me see. Maintaining this list of characters. So we said Billy, Corey, D'Angelo, Hoop, Leela. Leela's dad. Leela's dad.
Yeah, he ain't winning no damn awards either. Abandon that girl, had
Let's
her
see.
raising her damn self.
Self, yes. Adulted child. Adult who is a child who has to become an adult, basically. Let me see.
Literally.
Cast.
All
Okay,
right.
let's see.
Okay, so
Let me
for
see
the
the tier.
list, y'all. Wait, so red is supposed to be good? I'm confused. Red
No,
is
red is bad and green. Red is bad and green is good, and
okay.
yellow is in between.
Okay, so red is raggedy as hell. Is that the
Yes,
worst?
down to the pits of HE double hockey sticks. Yeah, HE double
Um.
hockey sticks. Like no, you should put the red as you should have worn a condom or something.
Ah.
I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. And put
Yes.
green as. I should have asked Lucy before saying that. My gosh, I apologize. Yeah, red should be that, and green should be uh there's some good men around or something, and
What's the
yellow should be
tiers,
like,
y'all? What's the tiers of the 5 tiers?
yeah.
What's the tiers?
Let me see. Let me see. You're streaming the tears on YouTube?
I
Because
believe
I'm
so.
not seeing. Let me go and check YouTube. Let me go check YouTube. See the YouTube tears. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Too raggedy. Nah, that's orange. Let me see. Tier list.
Layla said didn't care about Layla. I feel like he cared about Layla, but he just didn't. He didn't care enough, I guess.
Oh
Um,
gosh, let
what's his
me.
name? J.P. Keaton. Cause I still gotta find photos of these folks, huh?
Oh yes, that's true.
I
So,
actually missed the old JP, so I'm not even mad. Like if we just got this little raggedy ass JP, it was going to need to be the old JP if he was going to actually like really, really redeem himself.
mm, let me see. Let me see.
Y'all, we can do 5 um slots. What are we naming these slots?
Let me see. Checking the tier list on the internet and they're ranking it by letters, but we don't want letters. You want descriptions. Let's see. From the pits of hell, don't like. Too bad. Too. Let's see. No, no, no. The bad outweigh the good. Could be the Could be the yellow. The middle could be like he's alright. The orange could be like alright. We no orange. Orange could be not too bad. Yeah, orange could be not too bad. Yeah, good job, Dylan. Not so bad. You're doing alright on a good day. Wait, no, that should be yellow.
I put you try. We see you as yellow. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Cassius. I'm trying to find these people pictures real quick. Bless his damn heart. All right, y'all. Oh wait. Oh, it's not gonna let me do this because this is stupid. Okay. Oh, I gotta get another Corey James photo. Okay. Do those
We will figure
are
this out
those
as we
web?
go
Yeah.
along.
Okay, those work. What'd you say?
No, I also doing some research on what tailors to call the dads or any other dads we missed in. So I'm going through the cast on Wikipedia to see. But they don't say the relation. So I figure it out as I go along.
All right, y'all. Starting with what we got. How I add more people? Okay. Do y'all want to start with Billy? I'm going to eat the Billy. I don't think I'm ever going to not have smoke for Billy. Ever. Oh, wait. Let me get Preach. This is hilarious.
Getting Jones off it, Erica. Let me see.
Oh, Asher's dad, y'all. How we going to forget about
No, but
Asher's dad?
nobody checking for Asha's dad besides Scoopy, Erica. Please, let's be serious. Let's be, let's be
I
no,
cannot.
no shade, Kofi. No shade. No shade.
This is
Sorry.
hilarious.
Apologies. Nobody checking for Kofi that. What's Asha's dad name? That's a good question.
I found him. I don't remember his name, but I got his picture. I'm trying to find Simone's dad.
Asha or Harold Adams. Please be see. Nobody checking for Harold Adams. Ugh.
What's his name?
Harold
Oh,
Adams.
it is Harold. It is Harold. Somebody said that to him. I think it was Laura one day was like Harold something, told him to relax. I cannot find Simone's dad's picture.
Let's see. Don't hit the thing too bad.
Okay. Let's do Damon's dad. Or maybe I should do JR's dad since he was always playing like that was his son.
Trifling, disgusting, fit of the earth. But we know which tier he going in. Sorry.
Straight from the
We know
pits of
which tier he
hell.
go. Exactly. Hello.
Okay, what's JR's dad's name? Like, what's his real
Okay.
name? Because I can't
What's his
find
real
these
name?
people.
Or that's so funny. I don't remember JR's dad as JR's dad. I don't remember Damon's dad as
Let me look on IMDb. Are y'all
All
telling me in
American.
the chat and I just ain't looking on the screen? Let me see. Check the paternity. I like that one. Which one should it be? Should it be orange?
Xavier Wilson's Xavier Sims. I think it's no.
What's
That's
the
his
actor's
dad.
name?
Sorry, the actor's name. Hold on. No, not Damon's dad who adopted him. Damon's Jesse is his name, I think. No, Jesse.
That's his character's
No,
name.
that's his character's name. Um, JR. I know his name is JR Senior because he's JR Junior.
I'm gonna look it up.
Me too.
Y'all wanna make check the paternity the orange one?
Yes. Is the orange one in the middle or the second to last?
No, it's the second to last. Should we put check the paternity in the middle?
Yeah. Nah. Don't put that too.
Oh, his name is Jesse. Oh no, his name is Joe Holtz. Okay, Joe Holtz. Let me go find a picture of him.
We not easy, nah. We not easy at all. Check the paternity is crazy. You are not the father, Maury.
Okay. Let me change it. The
I'm
middle
sorry.
one.
I'm sorry. I'm misbehaving in Erica's life, guys. I have to be on my best behavior. I have to be on my best behavior.
This is
You,
hilarious. Yeah, he raggedy in
you
Bel
found
Air too. Terrible dad over there as well.
that's all he
Uh,
know how to play. Wait, what about Kasha's dad? We forgot about him too. Mister
child.
Mister Mister fell in the bath water and Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Is it Diary of a Mad Black?
Mm-hmm.
Woman?
Christina.
Yes.
Christina's
Tell him.
gone. Okay.
Into the bath water you going? No, into the soapy bath water you going?
Hey Keish, welcome in, boo. I wish he was my dad. Okay, that should be the green one.
Ooh, who said that? That's actually really good. Good job, Seawalker. Good job. That's actually really
I
good.
don't know if we're
Good
gonna
answer.
have anybody in here in the category, but we gonna see. Okay. Do I got all the damn dads? No. Okay, hold on.
Let's see. Are we forgetting anybody, boy? Jordan, Spencer, uh, anybody who, mm,
Um, do I got Cassius? I got Cassius, Marquis, Billy. Okay, Corey, JP. I got Cassius' dad, Damon's dad, Asher's dad, Preach, Coach Marcus. Who else? We missing anybody? Yes, we are adding generational bad parenting. Is that all the dads in the All American universe?
let's see. Let's see.
I wonder. I think that's it. I'm looking at these cast lists.
Sure, pass your glasses.
Hmm.
Okay, so let me go on mute first. So, just on.
Y'all, I have a pinned comment with the Discord link. If you want to call in and share your thoughts on some of the daddies, feel free. Okay. All American. Oh, D'Angelo. I gotta go get D'Angelo. Um, is that it? That's all the dads? Oh, I got another one, y'all. Y'all didn't remember this one. I'm gonna wait to bring it up though. Damn, I'm gonna find a picture of him. How many episodes has he done? I think he only did like max 3. Max 3. Let me see. This is like
Erica, who dad you see that we forget to add? Which dad is that?
I'm going to show y'all. Nobody's gonna remember this guy. Nobody. This is so
Hold on,
goddamn obscure. Can y'all guess in the chat who I'm looking for right now? This is hilarious.
Wait, is it this guy's dad boy? Keisha's boyfriend Cam's dad?
No. We never saw him.
No, we did. He came in one episode and Keisha's dad had to reaffirm him again, and that was like before the bombs here. And he was calling him his entire government name. That was in All American
Homecoming
season 2.
I don't remember that.
He came, he was by the table. I can't remember if it was before or after. I think it was after season 1 where he told them that his scholarship fell through because of what happened with him in season 1. I thought he was the dad. Okay, let me go back in the thinking.
But that's a good one. But no, that wasn't.
That wasn't
thinking about him. And I cannot find him on this damn list. I know I got his name right.
Now you have me intrigued.
Wait, what are they saying in the chat? Have y'all figured out who I'm looking for yet?
We just think.
JR's granddad? No, I wasn't looking for him, but
no. Actually, let me look up All American.
Asher's a daddy? No, I wasn't considering Asher as a daddy, but we could. I could put him on a list. I'm wondering if y'all can guess who I'm looking for to add to the list.
No, it's not Keisha's dad. I thought it was Keisha's dad.
This is hilarious. Can you search on IMDb, like, just the show? Can I search? This is crazy. I cannot find him. Hold on, let me let Brittany in. Hey, Brittany.
Who joined? Hey, Brittany. Brittany, you figure out who the dad is? Who the dad Erica think it is?
I can't for the life of me. I am like, who else are we missing?
This is going to be so funny to me. It's not actually funny, but it is going to be so funny to me. Like, the fact that I even thought about this boy. And I'm looking for his character so I can find the name of the actor. But this damn character list is so long.
Is it Wade's dad in All American season 4?
No.
Ooh, okay.
Once I say it, y'all gonna be like, oh.
Sorry, I haven't given up. Brittany, don't give up yet.
This is hilarious. Why can I find it?
It's because even the internet's like, that man was not a dad.
It was not a dad. I can go ahead and confirm that 100%. This is crazy. Unless I got his name spelled wrong. Or... Oh, yep, I do.
Hello.
Y'all gonna be like, Erica, please. Hold on. So, wait. I just randomly clicked this person. So then what is his name? They changed his name. They had to change his name. Okay, I'm going to just put him on screen so that y'all can see.
Was it Simone's baby daddy?
Yes. I thought his name was Dean. Him. Y'all remember him?
Oh my word, Erica, not him. Out of all the characters, you have me guessing the spin-off fan. Oh my gosh.
Wait, but I thought his name was Dean. Wasn't his name Dean? What did I
I know he
click?
was friends. I know he was friends with Campbell. Oh my gosh.
I like right clicked
That
him.
that 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 is a tier below the tier
Dane.
below hell.
They said his name
Dean.
is Dane. I thought his damn name was Dean. That's why I couldn't find him. So yes. Oh
The
boy.
way his paternity is in question, just go ahead and put him. Is he the daddy on the
Oh Lord. Come on. It's the Simone shake for me. All right. That was pretty much it. I think I got everybody. Right? I think.
That is insane work.
I mean, technically,
That is insane work. I
I'm
mean, you're
trying to
not
find a good
wrong.
photo of him. But then also I want him to look like the douchebag that he was on the show. So like let's just go with that. Oh, he's on the boat in the beautiful? I didn't know that. Well, I don't watch any soaps for real, for real. All right, we got everybody. I don't remember Wade's daddy and I don't remember Cam's dad. So that's just my shortcomings. All right, who we starting off with?
All right, we're starting off with the person who you had the most hate with. Or you could spin a wheel.
I can
Or you
spin
guess
a
a number
wheel.
and or you guess a number, you go like 4 up, 3 right or something. So
Why are all these ads on this page like this? I've never used this before. Anywho. All right, let's start with Coach Marcus, actually. Let's randomly start.
Coach Mark.
I would
He
say
wasn't a real.
what?
But I say I wasn't he with a real dad. He was only a dad for 1 season. I mean, he tried his best with his
Right.
was it
I would
was
say
it
we see you.
bipolar?
You trying. Or
He
actually
trying,
I
yeah.
would probably do check the paternity because I'm not really sure. This it's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny how this fatherhood came about for him.
Yeah,
Right.
that
Remember
was
the
one
wife?
thing with All American that used to be really annoying. Like y'all just keep popping up with kids on these men, and how is it that they done did all these seeds on and didn't know they were daddies at some point?
Didn't even question it. And
Exactly.
you was whole married to this woman. When you decided to separate, there was no conversation. Like,
I would put him in the he tried because he tried for his son
yeah,
with
okay.
all of his mental illnesses, and he also tried for everybody else's sons too.
Yeah,
Yep. He
Yeah.
made sure Damon was good on the field.
that is true. That is true. Coach Marcus was really your dad. Okay, Kendra, we're gonna give it to him. We ain't gonna give him I wish he was my dad, but we'll give him he tried.
No.
We see you.
The way
All
he
right.
be disappearing on people, I don't want him to be my daddy because you
Hello.
always worried about whether he killed himself or something. No. Sorry.
Hello.
Talk on it.
So
Talk on
See
it.
Walker said check the paternity. Okay. Let's go to Dane. Let's get Dane out the way. Simone's baby daddy. Where we
put
putting
him in the
him?
trash with Lewis. Put him and
HE
Lewis in
double
the same trash can.
HE
hundred
double hockey
percent.
sticks.
Should have strapped up or too raggedy.
Too raggedy.
So I got it for me. I agree with
Actually, no, she
Brittany.
was backed up because Simone, what was you doing, girl?
Girl, what was you doing? What was you doing with these men? This lame ass loser. Jordan is one thing, but the way that this boy decided to drag his nuts. Too
Um,
raggedy. Janelle says too raggedy too. I kind of wish that he would have strapped up, but then Simone wouldn't have got her baby, and then she wouldn't have got the growth that she got, and deciding to give him up for adoption, which was a very beautiful story and a very real decision. And didn't he come and apologize at some point?
Did he?
the fact we still don't even remember this man existing, I don't know.
I think he
That is true.
did. I think he did because he was just jealous or something. I feel like it was around that time when they had that pajama party and Coop and Patience was dressed up like a kid and play with them froze, like the Gumby and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he was in that episode and he like apologized. It was a weak ass apology, Jada said. Okay, so we gonna put him in should have strapped up. It doesn't matter. That Simone got her beautiful baby in season 2. Yeah, he was in a couple episodes. He was definitely in a couple episodes.
Well, Brittany and I struggling to remember what the episodes were. So
I don't know why that visual was sticking out to me with Coop and because Patience had that little fro that was like a Gumby and it like was asymmetrical. Okay, I'll put him in should have strapped up. It seemed like that's what y'all want him. Should have strapped up. Okay. Preach.
Mm-hmm.
How we feeling about Preach? I mean,
let me see. I can't see the tailors. Let me check.
Oh, he apologized at Homecoming? Oh, at Homecoming. At Homecoming. Now I feel like I want to go rewatch All American.
Have another baby.
That would have been great if we would have got some type of like something of like him being able to meet Baby Shay and like know what happened and similar to how we got to see Simone actually still cared, and maybe he didn't have to be as active as Simone was, but it could have been something. All right, Preach. Where are we putting Preach? Do we wish Preach was our dad?
I think he should go next to Coach Marcus, but like not in front of Coach Marcus, but by the side. He should go in yellow. That's me.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know, maybe because of how he was for his daughter in season 7. He didn't play around with his daughter at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, he made sure to let Khalil know and say, hey, what's going on between you and my daughter? This attitude. All right, Khalil's dad getting a little bit more involved. Time to ship you out to this boarding school,
Trying to ship you out. Keish, all the options are the best option. The green flag is I wish he was my dad. The next one after that is you try. We see you. The middle of the road is check the paternity. The one right before the worst dad go to hell is too raggedy, and then the worst dad and the one that need to go to hell is should have strapped up. Those are the options.
See, with Preach, my thing is he also came to the dad game late, but he's been solid the entirety of the time. Like he might have made some questionable parenting decisions because he's doing the best he can with being a dad in teenage years. Like, and still he stood 10 toes down for everybody he was responsible for. He stood up to the people, but I still wouldn't want him as my dad.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I wouldn't want him as my dad, but he's not a bad dad. Which maybe that's like, that's what the next step is. That's the right place to put him, I guess.
Yeah. I feel as he's growing into this role and then also being responsible for everybody else's child and still keeping the peace and still keeping his pulse to the ground when it comes to the street stuff that impacts the kids. He's doing the best out of everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
But I still don't want him to be my daddy.
You try, Preach. We see you. Okay, cool. Ash's daddy.
Child, put him in the trash.
Please be serious.
He's another one who brought it around town. He eventually got it together after he threw his son out, had his son sleeping in a car, struggling with alcoholism, borderline racist, just like his damn son. We get to see
Wasn't he also pimping him out though? Like he was gambling on his son's behalf. Like if you do this at this game, we gon' so no, put him in the trash.
I should have strapped up.
Sorry,
it doesn't matter. He redeemed himself. He's not gonna get too raggedy because he redeemed himself. Go to hell, Ash.
He didn't really redeem himself. He tried, but it was a little bit less than the damage he did.
Yeah. Well, Asher's dad, it's a hell no for us. All right, Damon and
I don't know if
JR's
Kofi would
daddy.
hell below the tier actually.
Below the
Below the tier
tier.
actually.
Below the
Below
tier.
the hell tier.
Uh, I, showing up after the
We
fact and trying to be a good daddy, for me, I don't even know if any of the damn redemption tours ever really worked, because I still cannot get
didn't.
over the fact that you allowed your wife to give up her son because it wasn't going to be biologically your son. That's some
To the
wild
fact.
to me.
Wait, we talking about Damien's daddy, right?
Yes.
The one that died.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no, no,
already
no.
gave
Not
it
the
up.
one that died. His real one. His biological one.
Oh,
JR
J.R.
Senior.
J.R. Senior. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm, hmm. Hmm. See,
You coming
this
to
is why.
coach the boys later, and I'm gonna sit at this diner and I'm gonna wait for you. None of it still makes up for the fact of you had no problem with your wife discarding this boy.
Mm-hmm.
And using the other one as an excuse because you only had enough parental bandwidth to care for one sick son.
Oh
Like,
That's insane
yeah,
work.
throw
to
the
the
whole
pits of
man away.
hell. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to the pits
The
of
court of
hell.
Because
America has
all of
decided.
the struggle, almost all of the struggle at homecoming would not have happened if it weren't for this man.
Yeah.
True, real.
Trying to find my missing brother wouldn't have happened because you would have known you had a brother.
Yep. Y'all should have strapped up also goes for, like, you probably should have never had any children. You don't deserve children. 100%.
And you wait until they're good and grown to then want to act like a parent. That's
Right.
one thing about
Yep.
parenting that frustrates me. It's like the kids had to parent themselves all through teenage years, and here you
Yes.
come. They got full rides to college, want to act like you now got something to say. Sit down.
Please.
Here's 3 seats.
All right. Cassius daddy.
Bathtub. You pay me bathtub.
I don't
He shouldn't have
understand
even
over
been
the
able
course
to
of your
have
60 years how we have not found any kind of goddamn therapy yet, mister.
Mm-hmm.
because he should have been left in the tub. They should have never pushed him.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Edify, how are you?
Good, everybody. Hi, what's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday.
Happy
Happy
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We just in here tier listing these raggedy ass All American dads.
Oh, I know. I know. I've been listening. So, 2 things. First, I'm Steve Walker in the chat. That's
Okay.
That's the account I'm on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's me. We on Damon and JR's daddy.
No, we passed him, but you can go ahead and add your thought. We already put him in trash. He should have strapped up. He doesn't deserve any children.
That he and his daddy need to go in the trash.
The both of them. He can
Both
represent
of
the
them.
both of them for sure.
Burn
It's the
whole-
long lineage
whole
of
line.
raggedy ass daddy tree for me, because why in the hell does it's not until Cassius in this season that we're watching any of the damn fathers actually break the cycle and not be raggedy as hell.
Destroy the whole line. Burn it to the ground. Whoever begat. Old Testament.
Stop
Burned
it
all
there.
down.
Not the baguettes. All right.
Okay. Cassius's dad, another modern example. We should have nipped your ass in the bud. Is he too raggedy or should he be strapped up?
There was nothing useful from that man except for the fact that these people survived being a seed of his. So he can go straight to hell.
Straight to hell? Dominic, you want him to go straight to hell too? How y'all voting in the chat? What we doing with Cassius's daddy? His biggest crime is having a never-ending vendetta with his dead mama and dead brother.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's a
And
therapy
even when he got
issue.
this, even when he got the chance to make peace with Billy, so-called phone call with Billy, that never happened. Okay, no problem. Took off screen. He didn't make peace. You know,
He was
go to
determined
therapy.
to be a demon, so let him go back with his demon friend.
I want to call him
Weak-willed.
Steve. No, Charles. Charles didn't want
He
peace.
did One Piece.
I don't know what his name was in the show, but he's Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. So Charles in One Piece. Charles wanted revenge.
He
It
definitely
didn't matter.
I'm
did.
laughing because thank you for agreeing. See, he should have been left in that tub and turned into the raisin. Then his sperm wouldn't have made it to nobody. We wouldn't have these issues.
But then we wouldn't have Cassius or KJ. See?
Well, that's why.
Uh,
That's why we're demonizing the parents, not the offspring. The offspring are doing the best they can with the lack of
Real.
parents.
Real.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he should
that's true.
have, but since we got what we got, he can still go straight to hell.
All right, Corey James.
Hmm.
Wait,
Spencer's daddy.
too raggedy.
Too
Correct.
raggedy.
We give him brownie points for taking care of Daniel, but he was, as you said, Erica, he was frolicking. He didn't care.
Frolicking without his
He didn't care.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
Went and got a
Did he
whole
only come back
family.
Did he only come back because he found out he was sick? That's one thing that I'm still sitting with too. Like now you want to mend relationships and things, and you want people to feel sorry for you and take care of you because you got cancer.
What
That's kind
did
of
bring him
raggedy.
back? I'm trying to think.
But this
Or
is my
was it
thing.
that
How you come
he was
back just to
trying to
die?
be kind? Right.
Like who does that? I would cause initial harm by leaving, and then
Right.
cause more harm by abandoning you in death. Like damn.
I'm gonna have to go
And I bet
rewatch
you he
because I
probably didn't
don't
know life
remember,
insurance.
y'all. I don't remember the circumstances because remember when Spencer got them tickets from Layla for his birthday, he thought that he was gonna be able to confront his dad, but his dad didn't play for him anymore, and his dad had moved back. Okay, and then that's when how did Spencer track him down?
And that's the other thing. So Spencer had to come find you and learn that you were taking care of somebody else. Like you were being a dad to a whole nother man.
Oh
Did he
yeah,
come to the
Janelle, you're
game one
right.
time?
Willie did call him. He came to the game. Willie called him because he
Trifling
was
ass
trying to. He
Willie.
was scheming for Jordan. And then he brought his old damn daddy back. Yes. Okay. Now I do remember. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. We ain't gonna send you to the pits of hell, but you pretty raggedy, Corey James.
Right.
Regardless
I bet that life insurance
of
cost.
the illness, sir. No, none of it's no excuse. What'd you say, Seawalker?
I was saying that I bet you the life insurance policy doesn't include Spencer or his brother, if he even
Child.
had one.
Hello.
Hmm.
I'm done. That's all I got to say about him.
Billy Dad called him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too raggedy. Okay, everybody's in agreement. He's too raggedy. All right. All right. Cassius. Well, maybe wait. Let's do them top three last. J.P. Keaton.
He's somewhere in the too raggedy and the middle for me.
Right.
He created space for Layla to explore what he liked as far as the music goes, and he tried to pass off a name, but he just wasn't parenting in that way. Like the fact sis had to parent her whole self,
It gives the
especially when her
mama.
mom
It gives the mama was
had
carrying the parenting load, and when she passed, he just never picked up the damn ball. And it's like, we get you grieving, but you still have a job to do, and you abandon this girl. But then also,
Hello.
I think about that, but then I'm like, but then whenever he is confronted with his missteps, he's made adjustments.
right, and he didn't make excuses where it was like, well, I was going through that. Like he tried at one point, but then it was like he finally took onus, so he's not in hell. He's not super raggedy,
I
but
mean,
he's
he
still
kind of
not
raggedy.
All right.
right. He's
I'm
like
gonna put him in check
that.
the paternity for now because maybe she just wishes you weren't her dad, but it ain't the worst.
I put him in too raggedy. That's why I want to put him. Like I
He
said, we
right there
get you
with
grieving. The,
he in line with Corey James.
No, he ain't down there.
it's
Because even when he was gone, and see, Corey left, and there was nothing of him left to
That
support
part.
Spencer at
They
all.
taking cold
He
showers,
left,
all types of
right?
shit. At
He
least
left,
Layla
but
got the
Layla was in
Amex.
the
She throwing parties. She could feed herself. Like,
Right. Like she didn't have the man she had, but at least she had some of his resources. And this is putting the bar in hell as far as what a parent requires. So that's saying a whole lot, but I
Yeah.
don't think he's a
But which
complete
is worse
social.
though? I mean, being absent in the body, being absent in the spirit, and because it's like, although Corey was not there physically, well, both the kind of actually work when you sit down and think about it. Because even though Layla had her father there, he was basically nothing more than just a bank account and a check. So is that really parenting either?
It's not really
Oh, but
parenting, but it's with better intentions. Or I feel like JP, his biggest issue was his ignorance, I think, to all it took, and then like poorly navigating grief. Corey, yes, you grieving your wife cheating on you, but that still is no excuse, nigga. No excuse. You went and found a
like
whole
not
nother
even
family. Your kids is here
like
washing with
yeah.
cold water because they don't have no gas, and she ain't got no damn money. All because Billy Baker took your. No, no.
Yeah, I don't see that's the same. And I don't know. I think there's a nuanced conversation here because JP Keaton was gone, but it's not like Layla didn't have any memories of him at all.
Or
He was there when her
access.
mom.
She could call him.
Right. Yeah. Again, the bar is in hell, but out of the ain't shitness of all the men that we're dealing with here, I don't think he was too raggedy.
All right, I think he's gonna be the one that's gonna have to be in check the paternity, because I agree. He definitely does not show up as a dad. He's not emotionally available to her at all. And to me, that's still different than intentionally making the choice to completely disappear from your kid's life with no additional access. Like, it changes everything if Corey left but still maintained contact with Spencer. But he didn't do that.
He put the burden of that on his kids, and that was not right. At least Layla was like, my dad's I mean,
hey, my dad's working and my dad's such and such, so let me be, an adultified, whatever. That's, yeah, like you're saying, it put it in her court, but in a way that she still could make sense of it, and not. She did wind up blaming herself to a certain degree, but I think that it was a lesser degree than what Spencer did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spencer crashed all the way out by his daddy.
Yeah.
Layla also, never mind, wait, I can't use that as an argument because Layla also crashed out in a way with her addiction and stuff too. So wait, let me walk that back. But still.
She did.
It's still. Can we talk about the mamas? Because these men are making
I don't know if the mama's gonna do super great either, because by the end of it, I don't. Ava is the saving grace for me of the damn mamas, because Laura was never it. But I gave her a pass because it's not her responsibility to teach her little biracial kids that blackness. It's their daddy's fault.
Ooh.
And then they turned Grace into the ultimate Olivia cheerleader. So I'm pretty much done with the damn mamas. And Mo, psychotic as hell. Like,
Amazing Grace, how sweet the song.
The mamas ain't doing much better.
And now we know why we are all swooning over forever. Because
Hello?
all Americans took us through it.
Simone mama was trying her best, but also Miss Girl not too much.
Facts.
Coop mama, homophobic. Like, the mamas was not actually doing much better than the daddies.
Never mind.
They did the bait and switch. With Grace, they let us believe that the mamas was a stronger suit. Like, they were coming with it. But then the moment that Olivia took center stage, that was all gone.
This
Thea
reminded me, All American put us through it, Lord.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Christ.
Okay, I'm going to save the Baker brothers for last. Marquise.
Oh, Jesus. The menace. The menace.
Should have strapped.
No, I'm not putting him all the way in the very bottom. I'm not throwing Marquis away. But that's probably because I have sensitivity to these thugs.
He is an emotional terrorist against his own son. An emotional terrorist.
He is.
This child opened up the door for the birthday and lit almost had a panic attack. That's an emotional terrorist.
He is an emotional terrorist, but he don't mean to be.
Nah.
I don't. I
You
think he
asked me, do you
became a
have an
dad
alibi?
before. See,
Son, be my
but
alibi. I want you. Wait, wait, what,
but he
Dad?
wait, but he said he didn't order all of them. He just didn't stop them. Look at me trying to justify the foolishness. I'm sorry.
He's
I
a
am quite
blockhead.
literally about to sit
Hey,
my ass on the side of justifying Marquis, and I'm trying to make peace with it internally before these words start coming out my mouth. I cannot completely throw Marquis away on the strength of he's a hood dude that don't know nothing different. To me,
Yep.
you really get taxed when you know better and you don't do better. Can we at least give him that?
sure.
Remember, he was 16. He was 16 when he had Khalil. So, well, when Khalil came around. So,
He
I
is a
let,
menace
let
to
him.
Khalil. He is a menace. He's a menace.
A
That's
full
fine.
and emotional terrorist.
But okay, from his point of view, though, I don't think he is meaning to be as menacing as he is.
I think there's survival in it too. There's
Right.
survival in him being a menace because of the fact he knows he's knee deep in something. He has never seen what Khalil has gone for him. And the fact that Khalil so deeply loves this man despite all of this stuff, that tells me it wasn't all. I mean, it's trauma, and probably when Khalil hits 25, he's gonna be deep in therapy like the rest of us. But I think I can't put him in too raggedy either. And I never thought this would be the day. I never thought Marquis would be the man. I'd be like, but let's give some grace. Um, Dude, I hate this a little
Yeah,
bit.
That's
I will put
real.
him with John Keating.
yeah. Listen, I have a theory. Whether I cut you intentionally, whether I cut you accidentally, you have still been hurt. You've still been harmed. You still got to heal. That's Marquis.
That's true.
But the last episode we saw when Marquis was at the game, you could see the connection between him and Khalil. Like he was able to get on the field, jumping fences and carrying on to be like, yo, I know I'm a hot mess, but don't throw this away because of some other stuff. Like Marquis and Jordan were the only two that could really get to Khalil to actually get him to listen. So as traumatic and terroristic as Marquis could be, that was still an opportunity where he could have continued taunting him, and he saw he needed to change how he communicated
Mm-hmm.
to be able to reach because he still realized he had that power. To me, it's like, hey, it's gonna take some work. He's never gonna be like, I wish he was my daddy. He's never gonna be like, you know what, check the pussy because
Never.
we know for a fact. No, I don't.
And see, I
Marquis.
think that's what it is for me. I think that I can see that I can see him getting there, and that's what's the
Okay.
strongest part for me. Like giving him grace is like if he allows himself to sit in the discomfort of his world opening up because his son is now venturing off to do
Right.
things that he never even thought of, that could change both of their lives, and he could become the best dad ever. And I feel like he is poised to do that because he's had to have such a hard life thus far. Keish said no,
But
Preach and Marquis are both hood, and I think that yes, both Preach and Marquis are hood, but we have the benefit of and Preach has the privilege of falling into fatherhood after he's already turned his life around. Marquis didn't have that
true.
privilege. Like I don't know
I'm watching
if
you
Preach
go
is making too many different decisions if he has Amina at 16.
at 16. Right. And we're seeing Marquis grow up in lifetime. Like if he's 16 and Khalil is 18, then that makes him no older than like 30 to 34. So we're
Yeah.
watching him develop. Also, Janelle said Marquis had the Jordan attack. I still think it was Charles or whatever. What's it called?
Grandpa
Daddy, uncle,
Jeremy.
whatever her name is. Yeah, I still think it was the other man. I don't think it was.
I think that Marquis did it, but I also understand that he's a gangster in gang culture and that's what they do. So,
No,
not that it's
no.
okay,
Yeah.
but I don't know. So much of like what I look at in Marquis is like he makes the wrong decisions for the right reasons. And
I didn't know. That is so true.
Okay,
And then that's the part that make me want to give you grace. When you be making straight up wrong ass decisions for wrong ass reasons, Asher's dad, now I can't give you no damn grace. But when you really are just, you think that you are right and your love is guiding you, but because the only mechanisms and the tactics that you know is gang shit and tough love, it come out a certain way, then it's like, oh, all right, well, can we redirect, nigga? Because no. Like, I get what you're saying, but no.
So with that argument, Marquis is just like Keaton
For me,
because he's using
yeah.
the resources he has. Yeah, he's using the resources he has to obtain the goal of I'm trying to protect my son from these people trying to take him from me. But that's very selfish. That is very
Very.
selfish on his part.
Keith says Erica like the bad boys. Okay, so like I do have a bias, I think, because I grew up alongside people like him. And yeah. Okay,
If
I'm
you
making
would
an
have asked me
executive
before
decision. He's going to check your paternity, y'all. I cannot throw him to the bottom of the barrel.
But wait, like I
fine.
can't remember who in the live stream said it, but like I think it was either Shay or I think it was Shay who said that, when Khalil said that he wanted Jordan to be at his parents teacher conference instead of him, that was like the eye opener for
Mm-hmm.
Maki to start changing. So like we Larry not put him in the yellow as yet. Like it had to be he's in between yellow
He still
and
has
amber.
some, he has like room to like change. I feel like
Yeah,
the
that was
should have
trying to
strapped
say.
up. Like you're done for. There's never no changing for you, for real, for real. Even with Damon's daddy being down there, like still so much of how he interacted with Damon came with so much entitlement to me and like expectation that I'm like, no, sir. At its core, you are saying with your words that you apologize for making this stupid ass decision, but at the end of the day, I feel like you would still have chosen to do the same thing and have Damon ass flapping in the wind while you were trying to maintain your little perfect ass family. Like, stop. But Mark,
And he wasn't doing it for the betterment of Damon. He wasn't doing it
right?
because he was hoping it was going to do something and put Damon in a different position. He was doing it just to keep him from being dragged straight to hell so he can stay where he is.
Yeah, literally. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yup.
Janelle was like, he's too raggedy. Everybody like throw his ass away. Mark, we got a little bit of hope for him. I'm using my only like executive decision for him. I would put
The count the
myself on the
council of
line. I'm gonna
Eric has
die on that
decided.
hill. Now, when we get to Billy, if y'all trying to put him a little bit too high, then I'll eat it. I'll eat it because I just spent all of my cachet on on Marquis.
Okay.
Marquis is redeemable, I fear.
Okay.
We
Cool.
see him trying beyond, I want to do this so people think I'm good. He's like, no, my son is out here on the field getting eaten alive. His
Yes,
eyes are over here on this little girl. Like, let me try
exactly.
to change it in lifetime. It didn't take him 20 years to watch his son go down the drain to then turn around and try to turn it around like
Who?
Mr. Oh, you my dad. I'm your daddy for real. Sorry. And Damon only found out he was his dad because the paternity stuff with trying to unlock the adoption fell
Mm-hmm.
through. So it's like he wouldn't have did it if he didn't have to. Whereas Marquis is like, all right, let me try. Man, I did not think I would be going this hard for Marquis. Erica, why are we having this?
I don't know. Maybe it's the actor. Maybe we should be. We see you trying, but do better.
Well, he's not
Maybe we should
there.
do
He's
that.
not in We See You yet. You try We See You. He hasn't warmed up there. He just in the middle. He check your paternity. Maybe we don't want you to be Khalil daddy, but you can still be somebody daddy. You just gotta grow up a little
Nah,
bit.
that will break Khalil
Okay.
heart if there's a season 8. Wait.
All right, Cassius Jeremy. Where are we putting Cassius Jeremy at, y'all?
Right next to Preach. Right
Really?
next to
What's
Preach.
Preach
No.
That's
again?
what I It's
Wait, what's Preach
all
at
everyone
again?
said.
No.
Wait, I didn't hear you.
What's Preach at
I
again?
said
Preach is that we you try, we see you.
Sure.
with regards to his son, I will give him grace, but he has no sense of thinking, no sense of maybe my time to break the generational curses. But but when it
But he
comes to
kind of
KJ,
did though, y'all. He kind of he.
But it was very funny to hear all three of you all say really at the same time when I said right next to me.
Because I kind of would put him in I wish he was my dad. Even though I don't really wish it, I think that he's the best dad that we got in the All American universe. Like,
You know,
and when it comes to like not breaking generational curses, like he always had some slick to say, but he still allowed KJ to operate how he did in regards to the Bakers, and he built a true friendship where he actually listened. KJ throw his damn tantrums to get the hollering, and then he actually listened, which is much better than me because I ain't there yet. I don't feel like he pushed forward his father's toxicity onto KJ. He just allowed for it to brew within himself.
And almost ruined his marriage.
But then we don't even know if that is why he ruined. Like, if I'm sorry, if your marriage was gonna be ruined by your husband coming to take a job of a nigga that died, and like it was already ruined. Like, that's not enough for me. I'm sorry. I feel like we're gonna have to get more in season 8 for like us to see exactly how detached he might have been or whatever, because we don't even fully get to see that as he's longing for her throughout the whole damn season. So it doesn't feel like he wasn't present. It doesn't feel like they got to give me something else.
I don't know. I'm torn between "You Try, We See You" and "I Wish He Was My Dad."
If I'm thinking like a teenage boy, which I can't because I've never been a teenage boy, but I can see how when KJ was like, he's my best friend.
Right.
And he told him everything and they had that open relationship. If I had, like, and this is coming from a place too where it's like, paternal conversations are difficult for me anyway. Because real life dads be ain't shit too.
Yeah.
But I think see, the only reason why I can't wish it was my dad, because he could have got an Airbnb and they were in that damn Garden Inn for the entire season.
Hello.
So I see him on the baby shrine.
I mean,
I refuse to leave this hotel. Oh my goodness. You literally spent the whole season in this damn hotel, Cassius. Be for real.
How much money are we spending?
And he had the ingenuity to find somewhere to make ribs, but you can't get out of the damn hotel. I don't wish that was my dad. My dad gotta have a little bit more smarts than that. But everything else, the emotional support, the letting me follow my dreams. Okay, I can see him not being. Oh, Jesus. I'm not saying that. I went too hard for one already. I'm going to just be quiet.
You know, I'll tap in. I think the way that he is with KJ, his son's relationship is very, very, it's healthy, it's wholesome. They communicate. When KJ's talking about, Tori, Amina, figure this thing out, he's like giving him guidance. For the most part, some of it was misguided, but they can still talk. It's not like brooding teenager. It's like we actually have communicate. We communicate. We talk. We're open about these kind of things. Even though he did uproot his entire child, put him into a hotel for 9 months out of the year, well, 6 months out of the year. Destroyed his marriage, has a whole vendetta against his other side of his family that he really don't know at all. Chose violence. And was, sniffy with his cousin, for most of the different reasons, but still gave the man blood.
Right.
That is true.
You just made me remember something that I forgot, which is another reason why I was keeping my foot on Cass's neck. He pushed that boy towards Tori. When everybody,
yeah. I was not going to say that.
But that's because he was simple and he didn't know. Because he dumb like a man. It wasn't with malicious intent. He really just doesn't know. I don't know. Like, yes.
The mama wasn't even in town and was like, clearly it's Amina. And he was like, no, it's Tori. Trust me, I know these things. We ain't seen Cassius fight for nothing that hard except for going against his legacy and pushing that boy. Tori is the one. See,
He might
we're
he
gonna
might
put
have
him with
for it.
the we see you trying for
Really?
me.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so when you
I'm
think
still
about them
to
as
the.
men, I also feel like Cassius is probably the most integrous man. That's also to
And
me
he's the
giving
most
him a ton of
emotionally
points.
intelligent.
Literally,
Yeah.
like he feels like the best that we gonna get. So if we,
But does that mean by default we give him green, or do we leave him where he really rightfully should be?
I feel like that
I
by
think we should
Ooh,
give
default
him
have him
green.
set the standard because he literally is the best. You get what I'm saying?
I hear
I'm with
you.
Erica. I think we should give him. I want you. Wish you were my dad.
I'm
Like from
not
an
gonna
emotional
forgive him for
standpoint.
putting Tori on that microphone and making us listen to this child develop a all of a sudden singer career, and
Okay.
then now
All of
we're
a
Listen. Hold
sudden,
on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
y'all
Hold
in
on.
the
If
chat while C Walker talks, y'all in the chat tell us are we leaving him? I wish he was my dad, or do we move him till we see you? What you saying, C
if
Walker?
if Khalil's father can get the grace that he gets, Cassius deserves a lot more leeway.
Oh,
Because if we're
that is
giving
true.
if we're giving Khalil's daddy all this grace, Cassius sure he put Tori up there and she wouldn't hit all her notes. Okay, sure. Maybe he wasn't, was befriending Layla for possibly wrong reasons. Okay. But his fatherhood towards KJ was solid.
it's the only way. It's the only place he excels. Honestly, like
That
I
is so
mean,
true.
like clearly
that
excels.
that child was fed. He had a clean bed. Unlike Khalil bouncing from house to house, we didn't know where that child was staying. We didn't know where he was. But we know that KJ had a soft, pre-made bed by the hotel staff. He was fed, he was clean.
Okay, so right now we like tied because Kendra and Janelle says we see you, so that goes with Brittany for we see you, and if C Walker, myself, and Dominic are saying wish he was my dad. We need a tiebreaker, somebody.
Where's Lawrence? My friend Lawrence would be in the chat telling the truth.
Keish, are you
No,
gonna be the
he didn't say the
tiebreaker?
same.
Jada, so y'all, where we putting where we putting Cassius? Jada hasn't voted.
Now,
Keish hasn't voted.
I wish he was my dad. That's the only place he did.
the fact
Because
that he
we
said that the fact that CJ Walker said that he at least KJ had a place to sleep.
Again, the
mean,
bar is
That
in
is
hell.
wild. Like when you think about it, I did go very, very hard for Marquis, and he did a lot worse. Like you talk about destroying
Thank
family,
you.
he destroyed this boy mental, and we still see it for him. So if he can sit his ass in the middle of the heap, then why can't Cassius sit his ass at the top? That is a very valid argument.
Because
Thank you. That's
Erica,
all I'm
the
saying.
hotel TV didn't even have their names on it, so that tells me you weren't even in the Hilton. The least you could have did was been in the Hilton.
You in the hotel for 6 months, and they don't even got your name on the TV. I can't give his best, but he's better than he tried. Oh, Keisha's saying he tried too. Okay, Jada. Jada.
Come on, Jada.
Man,
We need to break the tiebreaker.
No, that would put us back in the tie. Kay and Jada need to vote. Where's Kay at? Kay still in here? Child. This is hilarious.
Think about okay, okay, I'm selling it. Emotional intelligence. The fact that he was able to talk to his child, it wasn't just the do what I say, not as I do. He actually was trying to change the narrative. Even when he was pushed up against the wall, he didn't want to reveal that he was actually related to the Bakers. He said, I'm gonna destroy the plan that my dad had for me, and I'm gonna get this man his blood. He saved Jordan's life. While literally Khalil's daddy had him stomped out.
I object. I don't know why, but it's making too much sense.
Not is making too much sense. Oh my gosh.
Listen. And literally still gave Jordan all the grace, even though Jordan was being on his BS about, oh, you trying to destroy my whole family. Bruh,
The legacy, the Billy Baker legacy.
You mean that field outside the building that you didn't even go to no more?
Okay. All right, we gotta make an
say.
executive decision, y'all, because we do realize that once we take Cassius out, that means that nobody actually
I was about to say, if
I
it
wish
means
you
the
were my
chat's gonna
dad.
put, if it means the chat's gonna put Billy in green, I'd rather have Cassius in green. But
Thank you.
no, it's paining me to say it. But if somebody
okay.
has to be in green, then okay, I'll concede my vote to the people.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. It's okay.
All right, so Cassius gets to stay at the top of the heap. He leading the daddy charge. Billy Bean Baker, last but definitely least as well for me, because y'all, for me, he is definitely down in too raggedy, and I don't give a good goddamn what legacy y'all want me to believe 8 seasons after y'all throw him off of the side of a goddamn cliff, okay? Billy Baker is a damn menace, and honestly, I would argue that he is just as emotionally terroristic as Marquis is, just in different degrees. But of course, y'all tell me y'all's thoughts and where you want to put Billy Bean Baker.
Billy gave us Olivia, so he can go straight to hell.
Ooh, Boy, that came off right off the fire. The pot.
Oh my word. Oh, you about to waking up them damn demons that's gonna be coming back. They at it again over on that bitch's channel.
What have we seen? She said she gave birth
Go
to
ahead and go.
Me with Billy.
It's my vote, and I'll be quiet.
Yours is too raggedy?
Too raggedy for me as well, yeah.
Okay, Dominic saying too raggedy.
I've been
public enemy
I'm
number
thinking
1.
back from season 1 to when he fell off of a cliff that made no damn sense to begin with. Honestly, like I don't know how that happens. That math for me, and never still will. Like how that happened? Like you saved the kid, but you die instead. What kind of okay? You know what? That's TV magic. I'm gonna just say too raggedy.
You saying too raggedy as well? Janelle says too raggedy in the chat. Keish, what you saying?
Too raggedy.
Because it's a wild day when we gonna put Billy Baker below Marquis. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This is my kinds of carryings on.
Oh man,
Billy the real dad dispenser. But then he discarded him for the son that he didn't damn raise. All because what? Spencer became a better dad to Jordan than he was. See? Too raggedy for me. I don't have a piece of evidence yet that's pulling Billy's ass out of too raggedy.
And if we're gonna talk about his legacy got Jordan getting ready to act a pure fool again in this season. He been gone for 2 seasons. So
facts.
He got a legacy of foolishness.
all Billy Baker has, he got that field and he got that book series by Olivia Baker, which ain't worth a shit. The Billy Baker.
So I think, is this unanimous, y'all? Are we unanimously saying his ass is too raggedy and a worse father than Marquis?
Yes.
Child.
I'm here for this. Yeah. I am totally here for this. I need to screenshot this. Yeah. This is hilarious.
This is too hilarious.
Because like, even how he did Asher, even how he did the team, even how he did Corey, even how he did Grace, even how he did what his wife's name? Sharon.
Laura.
Her.
Not Sharon. Not Sharon.
She gave me Sharon. She gave Sharon vibes. I'm sorry. She gave me Sharon vibes. I want to call her Sharon.
Don't call her that. Then they gonna get mad at you. Don't call her Karen.
Sorry.
How he did his job as the principal. He ain't even really want that. He just kept getting handed stuff. And they be like, yeah, no, I don't know if I want this. Or I don't. He was too wishy-washy as a dad. And to have all the accolades, all the power, all the quote-unquote great things he was doing, all we saw was like everything being great in spite of what Billy said, except for the 2 times he gave Spencer a pep talk. And it made Spencer get into his I wish you were my dad bag. But then half the fights between Spencer and Jordan were because of Billy. Half the issues with Spencer and Olivia's because Billy raised those two spawns of Satan to be two spawns of Satan.
Not spawns of
Shari
Satan.
said that Billy is too raggedy. Corey is a deadbeat that left, and Billy is a deadbeat that stayed. I ain't heard no truer words.
How are you a deadbeat that stays? Let that
That's
sit
crazy
one.
word.
That is trifling.
You better speak it, Shari.
The deadbeat that stays. Wow.
Okay, can we revisit Cassius being green again now that Billy is in his rightful place?
No, I did already screenshotted it.
No, we are not. Cassius will stay where he is because he's better than Billy.
Way better. Light years better.
Because only thing redeeming for Billy was the fact that he gave Spencer that letter, and we got to see cameos. They're talking about, I think you'll be good in the NFL, Spencer. I see you like my son.
Hey, Micah, welcome in. Wait till you watch this on replay. I know Micah gonna have plenty to say. This is the rankings that we got thus far. The best dad in the All-American universe is Cassius. I know you probably not gonna like that because you are also on his head. I can't even zoom in for real. Next up after that is We See You. You tried, and that is Preach and Coach Marcus. Middle of the road, where we could take it or leave it of you actually being a dad, but we don't necessarily say that you don't have potential where you shouldn't have kids. That's Check the Paternity, and that is JP Keaton and Marquise, middle of the road. Down in Too Raggedy, which is one step above hell, is Billy Baker and Corey James. And then in the pits of hell of who should have strapped up and you should have never been able to have children, it is Dane, Ash's dad, Damon and JR's dad, and Cassius's dad. I think that's a pretty solid tier list, y'all. I think that's a really good job.
I'm with it.
Mm-hmm. You did really well with this one, guys.
Heck yeah.
If I do so, say myself.
Anything else y'all want to add about the conversation around the All-American dads or fatherhood within the All-American universe and how it's depicted?
I hope that the producers, showrunners, all the writers and the people that see this ranking and realize you need to give us a little bit better because Wood Harris cannot be carrying the father role for the rest of this generation for TV. We need more. We need better. We see the seeds of like people trying, but try harder because it's not that hard. You didn't have to have a baby. You didn't have to go through pregnancy. You don't have to go through mood swings. None of that stuff. So we can get a little bit more and better parenting. I just
please.
My request of the world.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I apologize, Brittany. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I'm done.
No, did we include Grace's husband as a daddy?
Oh, D'Angelo.
I told you
D'Angelo.
Did I have a photo of D'Angelo?
Yes. We forget D'Angelo, no.
I forgot him.
He just popped up in my head. I was like,
Erica.
Where we putting D'Angelo?
Honestly, did he? I don't know that D'Angelo ever stepped into like being their dad's role, like a stepdad for real.
Right.
But he wasn't problematic by any means. So
right.
I mean.
He did ask for Spencer and this boy permission to marry before he actually went and do it. So I like that. That was the season 4 ending, but I don't know if Eric remembers.
Yeah, I remember. 4. The problem is though is that when he did progress, we didn't really get to see or hear him talking about his daughter anymore. And like for all intents and purposes, he had a very similar vendetta as Cassius to Billy Baker.
This man's a true terrorist.
I don't know. I guess I would put D'Angelo either in you try We See You or Check the Paternity. But if he ended up in the middle of the road, it would literally just be because we didn't see enough of him fathering.
Yes, his daughter. And
Micah said, Erica. Are we talking about Billy as the father to Spencer or to the
That's 2 different Billys.
Coach Marcus is from Homecoming. Micah?
Who is Coach Marcus defending me?
Sorry, I can't find a picture of Simone's daddy, so we didn't include him. But he came up, but it just was too hard for me to try to find a picture, and I was going through the list, trying to pin down who the actor was and all that. I couldn't find it. Charge it to our head, not my heart. Micah, it's him being a father, period, because he wasn't even that damn good of a father to Spencer. He started out much better, but then you abandoned him because Spencer stepped in and was a better father at the time that your damn son got hurt. You wasn't fathering him any damn way. We never really found out what happened to D'Angelo kid. Are we good to put him in We See You? Or y'all want him in the middle of the road?
We can say we see him. Maybe she went up to that room like Judy Winslow did. Just went upstairs and then it came back down.
Right. I hope that they get another season, and within the next season, season 8, they do a much more detailed job as it pertains to, like, you know, dialogue and the fatherhood within the universe. I think that they have a very compelling character in Marquis. I think they have a really dope opportunity with to further flesh out healthy fatherhood with Cassius. So maybe we will see that detailed storytelling that you were talking about, Brittany. But right now, yes, you're right. Eric on Forever is holding it down for the fathers. And I will also argue that Coach Ike in Swagger is also holding it down for the fathers.
Ooh.
Have you watched Swagger?
I hope if they get it. I haven't. I'm gonna
Oh,
add it
you
to
should
the
watch
list.
it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna love Swagger.
What's it on?
Apple TV.
It's about Apple TV.
See, I can't do
Erica.
Hmm?
Erica, I have a notes page with all the shows I'm going to get into when the exams finish. So I'm not going to be like, oh,
Swagger is like Swagger is honestly what we hope All American could have been.
That's crazy.
But just for basketball.
Okay.
Swagger is just incredible. Like Swagger, my word, it is profound.
I really hope if we get a season 8 of All American that they don't beat us over the head with Spencer being a great dad to these new twins.
Oh, brother.
Oh my gosh, that is
same.
That's not what we need. Same. Yeah,
I agree.
Brittany, the only way we would ever see him, be a decent father, he'd have to get traded back to California to be in the adult vortex now. I don't know. Like,
oh Lord have mercy.
And to be truthful, I don't care for Spencer. He can go stay in New York wherever he is.
Please.
Let
this be the new school. We need all the minutes that we possibly can for KJ, Khalil, and Amina. We quite literally do not need these other people. Give Layla something more to do too, besides running after this white woman and taking care of Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's annoying.
That's neither here nor there.
We don't need no
next week, y'all, on the group chat, I was thinking that the topic should be young romance. Again, I think inspired by Forever and how beautifully they were able to depict it, unpacking the romances within the All-American universe as a whole. So that's all the coupledoms. What do y'all think about that being our topic next week?
That's going to be juicy. I'm going to have to go watch some more episodes. I'm going to have to go rewatch some stuff.
So, Erica, you talking about like from season 1 to current, or just current, or just in season 8?
All seasons of all the shows.
That's gonna get messy.
Mm-hmm.
We can even do a tier list for the couples. I'm down with that too. I'm ready. I'm ready to poke the bear.
The business.
You got to ask the question: Who would have been a better match?
Yep.
With Spencer and Layla would have been a better match.
Yep.
Should Jordan and Simone stay together?
So that's what we're talking about next week. Get y'all's thinking caps on and come with it.
I'm already stressed.
Thank y'all so much for joining me. I'm about to get out of here so I can walk Coley before I got to go live later to talk about Tyler Perry Sisters with our Sisters Keeper. If you watch it, then check us out. I'll be back around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, thank y'all so much for joining me as we keep the All-American group chat going.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Today. I forgot to tell. So I got to say that look great today with your hairstyle.
Oh,
Came out
thank you.
popping.
Thank you
No
so
problem, no
much.
problem.
Thank you. And
Hope
see y'all
everyone has a good
next
night.
week.
Everyone have a
Bye
good
Bye.
one.
bye.
Thank you, Erica.
All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here, but thank you again for tuning in to another All American Live After Show. Even though we don't have new All American episodes, again, I'm going to keep this little group chat live stream going for the foreseeable future, because I do still think we have a bunch of things that we can unpack similar to tonight. Like today, we talked about fatherhood in the All American universe. Next week, we're going to be talking about this young love and the couples and really getting into that. So set your turn on your bell notifications, and when I post the live stream to announce it, turn on a notification specifically for that so that you don't miss it. DeMarcus, thank you so much for the super chat. Daniel Ezra is cast as Darnell Washington, D Wiz's older brother in season 5 of Raising Kanan. Really? I haven't seen that like officially come out yet. Where have you seen that? If Daniel Ezra is entering the Power universe, I think that could be very, very interesting, but I haven't seen that confirmation. But again, thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm excited. I've been waiting to see what Daniel was going to do next. I wasn't sure if he was going to be focusing more on directing, or if he's trying to, book some things out. The short film that he did with Jeffrey was really dope, and I think that he wrote that. He wrote and directed that. And when I search his damn name on Google, y'all, it says that Mr. is married. So I don't know what's going on with Daniel Ezra. So DeMarcus, if you could tell me where you saw that, where you got that information, I would love to confirm. I would love to look into it and confirm. I could think that could be really cool if so. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Watching Shameik show up as Breeze, given how Shameik has been navigating the media lately, and him swooning over Haley Steinfeld. I'm just oh, this kind of weakens him, but we got to focus on his character, not him as an actor. I'm you're not giving gangster to me after we watch you behave the way that you have on social media about these women, but whatever. But I think Daniel could be really dope as D-Wiz's older brother, especially he's coming back for a little bit of revenge. They mentioned D-Wiz a lot, or at least Kanan did a lot this season. Which leads me to believe that they want to, dive into that a little bit. Yes, I am going to be reviewing The Chi. I'm a little bit behind with it, but I was excited for the first episode. Honestly, y'all, I'm a little bit slow with it because the first episode really got me. I've mentioned this here and there, but having experienced an ex who I lost to gun violence in Baltimore, watching Tiff in the first episode, it was very, very emotional for me because I very vividly remember what that feels like, and being in the place that we get to see Tiff in that first episode. So I've kind of been taking my time with sitting down to record that video, just because that particular part of it hits very, very close to home for me. But they did a really great job with the first episode of the season, and I will be reviewing The Chi. Micah, yes, he's in a movie. They announced that a little bit ago, but sometimes the movies, it doesn't always come how you think or be as popular as you think. So I'm waiting to see what the string of projects are going to be for Daniel. Vibes with T. Sanders channel. Well, I need to see somebody in the industry confirm it. I don't see it on Deadline. I don't see it on Variety. I don't see it on The Hollywood Reporter. Yeah, Kendra, it was a very emotional episode. And shout out to one of my best friends, Mariama, because she was the one who I think I leaned on the most at that time, and she saw me so freaking low, and that's a hard place to be in for the people that love you, to see you in that spot and not really know what to do, not really know what to say. You just finished Blood and Water, all 4 seasons. You don't know how you didn't watch it soon. It was good. Yeah, the last season was not necessarily the best, but it was still solid in the storytelling. But Blood and Water is really good. I have Blood and Water reviews, I think, on my second channel. The Raising Kanan season finale was phenomenal. It was really good. DeMarcus. Kanan pisses me off though. Like Kanan, I can't like. Oh, I don't like that little boy, real bad. He's gonna find any reason to blame Rock, and it's the stupidest shit ever. And you would think it's gonna get him killed behind it, but we know that he lives to be a very old man, so like he's not gonna suffer the consequences for being stupid. Hate that for him. But yes, the Shy breakdowns are coming. I thought about doing a full season review for Raising Kanan because I didn't do episode by episode breakdowns, but I did watch the entire season of Raising Kanan and I do have thoughts. So if that's something that you would want to see, post it in the comment section and let me know that it'll be worthwhile to do and that y'all care about it because I would do it. I think they did a good job with Raising Kanan this season, even though it was a little bit different of a tone this season, I think. All right, y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here so I can get ready for my next live. Again, thank you, DeMarcus, for the super chat. Thank you for all the really engaging, insightful questions that you be delivering because you be coming with it. Be on the lookout, yes, for the Shy breakdowns, as well as I'm doing daily breakdowns for Beyond the Gates. It's the black soap that's coming on CBS. She the People premieres tomorrow. It's another Tyler Perry show, so I might be talking about that. Just keep it locked. See you tomorrow.